If you love someone with anxious attachment, you already know the exhaustion. You know what it feels like to give every reassurance you have and watch them need more the next day. You've probably thought at some point, I don't know how to be enough for this person. Here's what no one tells you. The reassurance isn't helping. Not because your love isn't real, but because of something happening in their brain that reassurance alone cannot reach. And the harder you try to provide it, the more locked into the cycle you both become. So what does actually help? And how do you love someone through this without losing yourself in the process? That's what we're here to figure out. Before we go further, if you're new here, this channel covers relationship psychology research every week that most people never encounter. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want to understand your own attachment patterns specifically, I've put together a free attachment style quiz over at magneticchemistry.com. Takes about 3 minutes and gives you a personalized breakdown. Link is in the description. Now, back to this. Living with an anxious partner has a specific texture. There's the constant checking in, the texts when you're quiet, the questions when you seem distracted. There's the way a 5-minute delay in a reply can spiral into a conversation about the whole relationship. There's the reassurance cycle. You give it, they calm down, and then a few hours later, the anxiety is back, and you're having the same conversation again. It starts to feel like a leak you can't find the source of. You patch one spot, and the water shows up somewhere else. And somewhere along the way, you stop being a partner and start being a therapist, or a parent, or an anchor that someone is gripping so tight you can barely move. If you've felt that, the exhaustion, the guilt about feeling exhausted, the cycle of giving more and having it not be enough, this isn't a character flaw. There's a specific psychological reason why this keeps happening. And it's not what you think. Now that you understand the cycle, here's what changes everything about how you've been looking at it. The reassurance isn't the problem because you're doing it wrong. The reassurance is the problem because of what it does to the anxious brain. And once you see this, the whole dynamic shifts. Anxious attachment, at its core, is a nervous system that has learned to treat closeness as danger. Not because the person is irrational, but because somewhere early in their life, love came with conditions, or it disappeared without warning, or it was inconsistent enough that they learned connection is something you have to earn, monitor, and fight to keep. So, the brain adapted. It developed a hypervigilant attachment system, one that is constantly scanning for signs that the relationship is in danger. Every unanswered text, every shift in tone, every moment of distance. The anxious brain processes these as threats, not annoyances, not quirks, actual neurological threat signals. And when a threat signal fires, the system responds. It seeks reassurance. It seeks proximity. It seeks evidence that the connection is still there. This is Insight 1, and it changes everything about how you respond. Because what looks like neediness from the outside is actually a survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. You are not dealing with someone who lacks confidence. You are dealing with someone whose brain has been wired to treat your distance as a warning sign. Now here's where it gets counterintuitive. We're halfway through the foundation of this. Stay with me, because what's coming next is where the whole dynamic between you and your partner finally starts to make sense. When a person with anxious attachment feels that threat signal fire, they look for reassurance, and they find it, temporarily. You say, I love you. Nothing is wrong. I've just been busy. And for a moment, the nervous system calms. The threat signal quiets. The anxiety drops. But here's what reassurance cannot do. It cannot update the underlying belief, the belief that love is fragile, that connection requires constant vigilance, that if you stop monitoring, something will go wrong. So the reassurance works until the next trigger, which is always coming. Because the triggers aren't really about you. They're about a pattern that was written long before you arrived. Quick question before we keep going. When you're in a relationship with someone anxious, which pattern sounds more like you? Do you tend to give more reassurance and try harder to calm them down? Or do you tend to pull back and need space when the anxiety spikes? Drop A for give more or B for pull back in the comments. I read everyone. And if you want to go deeper on your specific pattern in this dynamic, I've written about it on the blog at magneticchemistry.com. Link in the description. Now, here's where we go deeper. Let me show you what this actually looks like. Dara is 38. She's been with her partner Mia for 2 years. Mia has anxious attachment, though neither of them has ever called it that. What Dara knows is this. When she gets quiet because she's stressed about work, Mia reads it as withdrawal. The texts start, the check-ins, the "Are you okay?" messages. Dara answers them because she loves Mia, and she doesn't want her to feel abandoned. But answering them teaches Mia's nervous system one thing. The way to make the anxiety stop is to get a response from Dara. So the next time Dara goes quiet, the texts come faster. Because that's what worked last time. Dara starts to feel like she can never just have a hard day. Every hard day becomes a conversation about the relationship. And slowly, she starts to resent it. Not Mia, the pattern. This is exactly what the reassurance cycle looks like from the inside of it. The person with anxious attachment isn't trying to control their partner. They're trying to regulate a nervous system that has no other tools. And the partner isn't being cold when they start to pull back. They're protecting the last bit of space they have. But here's the research finding that most people miss entirely. And this is Insight 3. A 2020 study by researchers at the University of Rochester found that partners of anxiously attached individuals who provided high reassurance reported significantly higher relationship burnout over time than those who provided moderate reassurance paired with emotional validation. The difference wasn't in how much they cared. It was in what they were doing with that care. High reassurance, answering every text, constantly confirming the relationship is okay, actually increases anxiety sensitivity over time. Because it reinforces the belief that external confirmation is the only source of safety. Moderate reassurance paired with emotional validation, acknowledging what the person feels without rushing to fix it, builds internal regulation capacity instead. We're getting to the part that answers the question from the start. But first, one more piece of the psychology. Because the specific thing you do in the moment of activation is what determines whether the cycle continues or breaks. Here's the reframe. You cannot reassure someone into security, but you can create the conditions where security becomes possible. The difference is this. Reassurance answers the question, is the relationship okay? Validation answers a different question, is what I feel okay? And for an anxiously attached person, the second question is the one that actually matters. When Mia texts because she's anxious, Dara has 2 choices. She can say, everything is fine, I've just been busy, which answers the wrong question and feeds the cycle. Or she can say, I hear that you're feeling disconnected. That makes sense given how quiet I've been. I'm okay, just in my head today. I'll find you tonight. That second response does something different. It names what Mia is feeling. It doesn't shame it. And it gives a concrete anchor, a specific moment of reconnection, rather than an abstract reassurance. Over time, that's what builds internal regulation. Not the 100 reassurances, the consistent experience of being felt, not just answered. The question isn't whether your partner's anxiety is your responsibility to fix. It isn't. The question is whether you're responding in a way that builds their capacity or accidentally maintains their dependence. If you want to understand your own attachment pattern in this dynamic, whether you're the one seeking reassurance or the one providing it, I've built a free attachment style quiz at magneticchemistry.com. Takes about 3 minutes. Completely free. Personalized breakdown of your results. Link is in the description. Take it after this. You might be surprised what it shows you about your side of the pattern. If this landed for you, the next video in this series goes somewhere harder. We're looking at anxious attachment and narcissistic patterns, why they attract each other, and what it costs the person who keeps ending up in that dynamic. It's one of the most requested topics on this channel. That's next.